my second video of Speak Up Caregiving, where I talk about the realities of what it is to be a caregiver in this day and age, especially for someone like me and probably lots of you out there of the sandwich generation, where you're taking care of your kids, you're taking care of your parents, and it's really, really hard, and you're trying to take care of yourself at the same time. So I'm putting together a video series about helpful information, things that I've learned along the way. I've been doing this for a long time now. My father has Parkinson's disease. He's had it for, probably 15 years at least now. Now, I haven't been the primary caregiver for him the entire time, but in the last year and a half, I've taken over those duties, and it is hard, and I want to reach out. I explained a little bit yesterday how I have a very unique perspective of being an occupational therapist. So I've treated people and patients with diseases and medical conditions, and I also have the perspective of being a mother and a full-time caregiver for someone who has a major medical issues. And I wanted to make these short, informative videos to put out there to you guys to be helpful. You know, I don't have the time to write a book. You guys probably don't have the time to read it. It's a lot of work, and I want to get this information out there to support you guys, and this, I think, is the best way to do it. Small little video segments that you can watch while you're sitting at your desk, while you're, you know, getting up in the morning, whatever, whenever you get a chance. Just really kind of stuff I've learned from, maybe, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes or be in the same positions that I've had to be in. So each day or each video, I'm going to try to get a new topic, or once I start getting questions, I'm going to start answering those the best that I can. Please email me at speakupcaregivers at gmail.com. So let's get into the topic of today. Alright, so the topic of today, and I wrote some notes down so that I wouldn't forget what I was talking about, because I have a lot to say about this topic, is expect the worst and you will never be disappointed. This is one of my favorite quotes. I heard it a couple years ago. It's probably not even a quote, but I was watching one of my favorite little TV shows. I won't name it, but it was on one of my favorite stations, Bravo, and it was actually said in regard to divorce, and boy, we'll get into the legal proceedings about how that quote is so true. But in this sense, expect the worst and you'll never be disappointed. I just love this, because being a caregiver is such an emotional roller coaster ride. It's extremely stressful. One day you're up, one day you're down, and you have to rely on so many other people that when those people don't follow through or something happens, it can be extremely disappointing, and it adds even more stress to what you're already having to deal with. So let me explain. Let me give you a couple examples. So, expect the worst when you go to an appointment. And what I mean by that is, when you go into the appointment, assume that they're going to be an hour behind schedule. Assume that they are going to, or assume they're going to reschedule your appointment. Assume that the person who's going to help take you to that appointment, if you need someone to help drive you to that appointment, assume they'll be late, because then you won't be disappointed, and then it won't add to your stress. What's another one? Expect the worst. Expect that every time you go to the appointment, they're going to ask you the same questions over and over and over again. The same questions about your address. To me, that's expecting the worst. Why they need to ask those questions over and over again, I don't know. But that's expecting the worst, because then you won't be disappointed. Assume that people that are there to help you will bail on you. They will back out and assume that you'll have to do it all yourself. Just always assume those things. I've had so many experiences in the past year with caregivers and even companies who just don't follow through, or they tell you that it's not going to work out. So that's my little tip for today. I can expand on it. I'm sure I will expand on it later, and we'll have probably a whole week or more about expect the worst, and you'll never be disappointed when it comes to dealing with the legal system, because I'll have a lot to say about that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to hear from you. I hope I helped you at least a little bit. Please, please, please email me, speakupcaregivers@gmail.com, and hang in there. We're doing it together, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.